everybody. Welcome on in. Come on in. It's pumpkin time, pumpkin craft time event in the Sacred Treasure House. It's Kim, and you know what? Let me get my banner up for a minute. My little brand, banner name up here showing up. I'm just kind of hanging out here with Sacred Treasure House girls, um, waiting for Miss Lydia, one of my crafty sisters, to finish up her little hocus pocus sign over there. And I actually was in the lineup earlier today, but I had to switch my time, and I'll explain all that as I go on. But yeah, you guys come on and pop in over here, hang out with me for a little bit. Let's come play in the clay. It is a pumpkin event. I'm going to be doing something with clay and making a pumpkin with clay. So if you're new to me and you have not joined my page, I'd really appreciate it if you would go ahead and give me a tap on your screen, give me a like and a follow, share me out. I really love all that. If you're seeing me after the little red light in the corner, the like button, just hit that hashtag replay in the comments. I appreciate that as well. So yeah, now that all the semantics that are out of the way, like I said, I'm waiting for Miss Lydia to finish up. And I mean, I'm going to go ahead and do my thing anyway, regardless should finish up, but she is finishing up at this point. So you guys, like I said, this is a pumpkin event. It's pumpkin, it's pumpkin mania. Honestly, I think it's, you know, everybody's into the pumpkins, and don't get me wrong, I love pumpkins, but honestly, I get a little punked out a little bit, but this is going to be my first pumpkin of the season, actually, that I'm going to be doing. So yeah, maybe make something a little bit different. I'm just kind of waiting here to see myself in the group, but I'm going to go ahead, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and get started regardless. So so what I am doing today is I see one person, I see one eyeball, I see an eyeball out there. Whose eyeball is that? Tell me, whose eyeball is that? Why am I so glitchy on my screen anymore? I don't get this. I am like, oh, it's driving me crazy. I am hardwired in. I should not be glitching like this. I should not be glitching. Okay, Miss Lydia, she's off, and I should be popping up there any minute. So we'll see. I want to get myself in the comments so I can see myself on my phone, because I know comments come up on my thing. There we go. There's another one. There's Miss Tanya. Hey, darling, how are you? Okay. Looks like I'm just about ready to roll here. There we go. Now I can see my comments. Okay. Yeah. So Lydia's doing her little hocus pocus. She's always got some hocus pocus magic going on, doesn't she? But hey, oh my God, I don't believe. What are you doing, Miss English Oliver Originals? I haven't seen you in a dog's age, girl. How are you? It's good to see you, or at least see your name on the screen. I'm not looking at Beatcraft. Jody, there's Terry. Hey, Lisa, how are you? Hey, ladies. Come on in and play with the clay with me for a little bit this afternoon. I'd really appreciate that. Yeah, it's good to see all you ladies in here. And there's Mary. God, Mary, I ain't seen you in a while either. Wendy. Hey, guys. I've been a little elusive lately. You know, it's been a day for me in general. And it's just been a week lately. I'm going to explain. I do home care for elderly people. Hey, Justin, how are you, darling? I do home care for elderly people, and I'm only working part-time. We're looking for another person. And my client, on the days I'm off, they're needing me. And I had an emergency situation where today I actually had a friend I hadn't seen for a year that drove 2 hours to see me. We're sitting down to have lunch in a restaurant, and I get an emergency call that I have to go over and take care of my client because she fell in the restroom in her bathroom, and her husband couldn't get her up. And then my friend was with me, and it was just one of these things. Then I'm trying to watch, you know, the event. So it was just a crazy day, and I got that taken care of, and then found out that my friend, whose dad is in hospice, got a call, and he's about ready to go to heaven. So she got in her car and drove away. So we really didn't have the time we needed. Just been a day, let's put it that way. But I'm here powering through, doing our thing. So I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out. It's just been like, you know, one of those days. All right, so let's get going. But yeah, all is well, like I said, except for her. You know, he's been sick for a while, and they're ready, but he's at the point where he's seeing the angels and stuff. So I've been at the bedside of some folks that passed away, and it's actually kind of can be a beautiful thing, to tell you the truth, if you believe in God and you see all that. And you know, it's bittersweet, let's put it that way. But let's not get into the, you know, the dark stuff. Let's kind of go into more of a happy mode. All right, just want to kind of explain why I had to change my times and be here a little bit later. Okay, so my project today is I'm going to be doing, of course, a pumpkin kind of thing with clay. Guys, I know that you can buy pumpkins all day long everywhere. You can buy them at Walmart, you can buy them at the Dollar Tree, you can just, pumpkins are everywhere. But me, as a person who likes clay, I like the challenge of making something out of the clay. So that's what I'm going to be too. And yeah, Lisa, I know, because you do home care with elderly people as well. You understand. So yeah, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch you over down on my table. My camera just works better. You can see a better perspective down there. And also know I've got my timer on. I'm hoping that my giveaway tool is going to work. I set it up, but since my times got switched, we're going to try to do that at the last 5 minutes and do a little giveaway and put you on the list for Amazon gift card. And I'll give you a hashtag word at the end. So hang tight on that. But right now, let's go ahead and switch you over on my tabletop with my other camera, and we'll get started. And I'll show you what I'm going to be doing. Hope everybody's having a pretty good day. It wasn't as crazy as mine's been. Let me see, which camera am I doing here? Oh, and on top of that, my husband just left for a men's church retreat. So I was trying to get him off and get him out this morning. So it's just a very hectic, out of schedule day today. All right, we got Facebook user there. Let's see who that is, but we'll find that your Facebook user. Oh, I think that's probably Miss Christie. Hey, Miss Christie, how are you? Things are good, Kim. Busy, I know. All right, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, now what I'm going to be doing? Well, I'm taking a glass globe. All right, I've used these before for various things, and I'm going to be turning it into a pumpkin, but it's going to be like a little candy bowl, like a candy, not a dish, but a bowl. I've actually I did a little bit of prep work because of my time frame, but I'm using 2 different clays. Matter of fact, I'm going to use my air dry to cover the pumpkin, but I've also made a lid for this out of polymer. It doesn't look like much now because I haven't painted it, but I just basically I rolled out some polymer, a flat piece, and then I put my bowl upside down and I cut around it, made me like a little lid, and I put this little lip on here as a little, you know, so when you put your lid on, it won't slide off. It's kind of like, you know, you see lips on things like that. So that's what I did. Then I got to put a little hole in it. I'm going to use this little knob as my top. These are long shafts. You guys ever seen these? Hobby Lobby. I love the color of this. I'm not sure if I'm going to paint it, but everything's going to be kind of bronzy. I'll probably end up painting this. But this is one of those Hobby Lobby knobs, you know, like for your cabinets and whatnot. Had a very long shaft on. I took my Dremel tool and I cut that puppy down. You guys don't know how to do that, then, you know, that's another thing. You can go on YouTube and look how to use a Dremel, but I cut that down to size. So I did all that. That's prep work. Then I went ahead and prepped with my polymer clay. I got a little sign here. It's going to go on it. I want candy. I started thinking about that song. Was that the Banana, whatever that group is? I want candy. Anyway, this is going to go on top, and we're going to decorate all that. And I used my molds. Guys, I have my molds here. This is a new label mold I got. Use my molds for some of these, and then my little flower. Just kind of want to walk you through some of my process. So, woo, now let's go ahead and get to the part. Oh, and I'm gonna put feet on it too, little Temu feet. I got these little cool feet. I got these on I'm doing an event at Crafty Peeps next week, and I built me a bird cage out of these, and I put these little feet on it. I'm really excited about that one. Anyway, hey, Justin, Caroline, Carter, you guys are talking amongst yourself. You're so creative. Well, thank you there, Miss Lisa. I appreciate that. All these ladies and gentlemen. Now, gentlemen too. All right, Justin, I know you're in the house. We got some guys out there that are pretty dang crafty, if you ask me. I'm really loving when the guys get on here and do this, because it's not just a market for women. Guys are creative too. I don't know why more guys don't do this. Do you understand that, Justin? There should be a lot more guys out here doing this crafty stuff. I mean, I know a lot of guys that paint and do ceramics and all kinds of stuff and woodworking. You know, there should be more guys doing this. All right, so I'm using DOS clay right now. This is the air dry clay. It's my favorite air dry clay. Works really good. If you never tried it, it actually very mimics a decent ceramic clay. It's got a little bit of mess on your hands, but not much. Polymer is very clean. It doesn't really mess in your hands. So right now, I'm just cutting off a little bit of this. I'm cutting off a little bit of this and I'm going to roll it out. Then I'm just going to cover this bowl and I'm going to turn it into a pumpkin. I know that a person can actually just paint the bowl, you know, do some textures and do your tissue paper and paint some textures and, you know, make your little grooves and all that. But, you know, like I said, since I love clay and I love working with clay, this is the way I'm rolling today. I'm rolling out the clay, as they say. Yeah. So let's see what other comments I might be missing here. One thing about this clay, like I said, it, you know, polymer clay, you can get really thin sheets. You can get this pretty thin though. Surprisingly enough, this clay has impressed me because it does not crack. It actually rolls out pretty darn thin. I've got it like thin enough to do like little clothing elements. What the heck is that? I hate it when I get stuff in my clay and my table's not clean. Try to have a clean surface when you work, guys. That really helps. I'm going to be painting it all, but still, and putting a little texture on it. But I do try to keep it, you know, pretty clean. But what I was saying is, yeah, you can get this clay pretty darn thin, guys. One thing I like working about this is that it's a little bit denser than polymer clay. So in some ways, to me, I find it a little bit more forgiving when you're trying to add it on something or cover something up. But I'm just rolling it out any old way right now because I'm just trying to get enough to be able to cover this. And I don't care if it looks real pretty right now because I'm gonna change it up anyway. But I am gonna cover it from top to bottom. Okay. And as a matter of fact, I'm definitely gonna need more. Yeah, well, whatever. I'm just gonna roll it out like this first and I'll add more to it. Like I said, this is a pretty forgiving clay in a way, and as opposed to polymer. Polymer is a little bit more funky to work with in this sense, but I love both of them. All right, so I'm taking this, I rolled it out, and I'm just going to go straight over the glass like that, and then I'm just going to kind of lay it down on there and work it around. I don't care if it's got little bubbles and bumps in it. I'm going to press all that in and make that work. The only thing that you want to do when you're covering a surface like this is watch for your air bubbles. You'll see little air pockets in there sometimes, and you'll have to but I'm going to roll this out, so I'm not too worried about it. I didn't have to cover the bottom, but I thought, you know, for this one, why not? I'm going to just go ahead and cover the whole bottom of it, and it'll be this color inside. If you wanted to use colored clay, sometimes, you know, when you do these, you want, you know, your color is going to be the same inside of the glass is not. So, hey, Miss Jan, how is it going with you, girl? Yeah, I was really kind of, even though I'm grateful that Lisa could get in there and cover my spot. I was really looking forward to it because I was in the middle of Jan and Lydia, my two favorite girls, and I was like, oh my God, we have like the three amigos going on. But anyway, it is what it is, and I'm here, and I'm grateful that I had a chance to actually come on because I thought I might miss the whole thing today, and I was really looking forward to doing this little project. So yeah, it looks like a little bit of a mess right now, but like I said, trust the process, as they say, right? I'm gonna roll this out and get all this clay on here, and then we'll make it look like a pumpkin. And like I said, I'll put my lid on and paint it all up, and it'll be good to go. Us, the lady's okay. Yeah, she's fine. She's 92, guys. So I don't know if you guys ever been in a situation where you've been around older people. You know, she's just getting to that point where they think that they can take care of themselves, and they're really, you know, not. So you have to be a little, you know, I've been trying to be as nice to her as possible, you know, but she's just at a point where she's got to have, you know, she's got to have help and just about anything. She can hardly stand up anymore and all that. So, you know, I've been with them almost a year, and I just start seeing the progression. So it's just, you know, and she just got to accept it. Sometimes people are a little bit hard accepting that they don't have the abilities that they used to. I mean, I'd probably be one of them people too, because we're all kind of hard-headed and independent. We don't want to give up our facilities, but that's why caregivers are around to help people, right? All right. Denise Markey here, Kim. Who was that? Okay, I'm missing something. Denise Markey here, Kim. I know, right? Yeah, like I said, she's all right. Like I said, I don't care if I got extra clay here and there, because I'm going to be squishing this and blending this, and it's going to be all right. And then I'm going to take my roller on it in a minute once I get it covered up. I just want to get the majority of it covered up right now. And we get this little piece covered up here, and then we'll start working it. Start working it, baby. We're working into something pretty. Working into something pretty. There's lots of little thinner areas and thicker areas too, but I'm not worried about that. The only thing is I want to make sure that I want to keep, you know, like a clean lip area because my lid's going to fit on there. And it is going to be, like I said, it's going to be a little candy, a pumpkin. My husband, oh my God, he's a sugarholic. He eats dang sugar stuff all the time. Goes to the Mexican market and buys all them little sugar candy things. And so I've got like a candy bowl, like I guess like a big old wooden bowl that I throw everything in. But I thought, you know what? It would be kind of nice to have something kind of just different and pretty. So I figured I'd make this for the house and just throw his little candies or his gums or something in it, you know, something like that. All right, now let me get my roller and roll this out a little bit. Fat fingers can't type today. Oh, okay. Gotcha. 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 All right. So then, like I said, you can take your roller, just kind of go over this and kind of press it in. It's a pumpkin too. I'm not one of those that expects perfection because this is a pumpkins are in nature, right? They're not perfect. Sometimes they got bumplies and lumplies. And I do want to put a little texture on this. So I'm not too worried about it. I just want to get the main, so you can see all these little air pockets and things like that. You just poke those and press them down. I want it to get it mainly covered. Like this is air dry. I don't have to worry about baking this. You could do the same thing with the polymer though, if you want to. I just kind of want to get it looking like something. And I don't even mind if it's got a little extra little texture or something on there because I think it just gives it a little bit more character myself. That's just me. I've seen some of them warty pumpkins before. I think they're kind of cool. You guys like warty pumpkins or do you like pumpkins that are pretty? I don't know. You guys know what I'm talking about. One's got all the little bubbly dupplies up. I don't know what you call them things. I call them warts on the pumpkins. But anyway, yes, I got a question for you. We're talking about some little trivia. Let's get a little conversation go. What is your favorite pumpkin treat of the season? Are you a pumpkin pie person? Do you like your pumpkin lattes? There's pumpkin cereal. I mean, does anybody have a favorite pumpkin thing that comes out during the season that they just absolutely love? You know, the thing about it is, it's really sad that pumpkin things are only, I know that pumpkins are a seasonal thing because they're a fall fruit, because they are fruit, but they really should have, you know, you can buy pumpkin puree all year long. And I think that they should keep pumpkin stuff all the way around. I mean, why should it be just for the fall, right? I just, it's because it's induced to when it's harvest, but still kind of cool. Does anybody have a favorite pumpkin thing that they like? Like, I love, my husband loves pumpkin pie. I do make homemade pumpkin pie sometimes. Get the bottom too, get that on there. All right. Pumpkin roll. Oh, okay. Like the little dessert rolls that you saw. Yeah, okay. Those are good. Yeah, those are good. I actually buy the canned pumpkin puree sometimes and I make smoothies out of it. I'll throw it in my smoothie sometimes. This is still a little bit rough, but I'm going to take this texture, see how we do with this. Like I said, I kind of like it a little bit rough on the sides. I could, you know, if I had like all the time in the world to do this, I could get this smooth and all that. But honestly, I'm okay with it as long as I can get the air pockets out of it. But you know what? This one's not going to be baked. So even if it has air pockets in it, it's not going to be a big deal because, you know, it's just going to look like a little bump. If you were to bake it with polymer clay, the air pocket, it leaves like a little, same thing, but it doesn't stick as well. This has got air pocket. Okay, so we got that on there pretty much. We're going to clean it up a little bit more though. Now, I'm just going to take one of these little Timu stencils. Good old pumpkin pie with whipped cream. That's your favorite, Terry? All right. I don't think I need any more of this. I think I'm done with this. One thing about this clay is air dry. Make sure that you put it back because it will start drying on. It won't dry all the way, but it starts getting a little bit different texture. So I always make sure that I am conscientious about putting my clay back. This is a 2-pound brick. I get this off Amazon for about $10. Not bad. You can get a lot of projects out of this one little brick of clay. It's a little cheaper than the polymer. All right, so I'm just going to run this whipped cream with pumpkin pie. Hey, have you guys tried the, there is a, I've seen almond milk. Have you guys tried the coconut whipped cream? Oh, that stuff is a bomb. Oh my God. I don't know. I have all these around here. I don't know if you guys know what that is. They have coconut whipped cream. I love it. I'm not a whipped cream person because I don't do a lot of sweets, but I love coconut. My husband doesn't care for it. He likes a straight old nasty sugar one. It's not, okay, some people like that, but that coconut one is like so cool because I can see kind of like a healthy version. It's got a little sugar in it, but it's coconut. Now, how would I want to run this thing? Let's see. I should probably run it this way, but I think it's going to be better if I run it this way. And I'm just going to haphazardly throw some texture on here, guys. Oh, if I can get it to stay. Do my best. Like I said, it's just going to be thrown up here any old way. Hey, Nicole, how are you, darling? Oh, that's pretty. That's creating a nice little, see that, guys? Like an embossed feel on it. How's Nicole doing today, girl? Girl, I swear, you sent me so much stuff in that little box. I don't know what I'm going to do with all that. I'm trying. I've already got a couple things I've done with it. Of course, the little event we had with the fall box, but oh, that's cool. That's really cool. And when I get it painted up, it's going to look really neat. Trust me, guys, it'll look really cool. Lisa Marie, hey, sweet friend. Okay, I love coconut. That is really good. Oh, I'm telling you, it's one of those things. You know, like I'm not one of those people that just squirt it in your mouth and do it straight, but man, you can do a straight shot of that coconut whipped cream. Oh, it's awesome. That is looking really cool already, guys. Like I said, once it gets painted, it's gonna look cool. I'm a telling you. I'm a telling you. I know, like I said, there's a zillion and one ways that you guys can do your pumpkins. I've been seeing every, love the decoupaging and all that madness, and the pretty little stencils and things that you can do on them. Well, this is a stencil, but just adding the clay element with the textures is, that's what gets me excited. All right, that's air bubble right there, and I want to get that one out. That's a big one. Dang it! You got one of them cheap X-Acto knives that blade keeps coming out of it. I got to watch my camera view too. How many comments I got here? Denise good. Hi, Miss Treasure Tommy. Happy Thursday. I have to catch the lives earlier. Okay. Hey, Lisa. How's it going, girl? Lisa, like I said, I so appreciate you jumping in there and helping me out and doing that. I was kind of sweating it. Like I said, my friend and I who traveled. I haven't seen her in a year. We made this plan because my husband just left her out of town. She came over to visit me, and we had just sat down to get our salad bar. And lo and behold, if I didn't get the call from my client's husband saying, could you come over and help? And I'm like, oh my Lord. So we packed up our food. I'm sitting there watching you guys and everything else, and then had to leave. So anyway, you guys heard the story, but I'm just glad I was able to get her squared away. Because I mean, you can call the paramedics, but that's kind of embarrassing, especially if you're in a compromising position. You don't want to do that. All right, I think I'm going to kind of call that good, guys. I don't want to press on it too much, but I just got like a haphazard stencil on it. You guys can kind of see that. It's going to be kind of cool. The bottom, I'm not going to stress over too much, just as long as it's flat. Okay, make sure I've got my lip clean. I've got to make sure that I keep this top lip clean for my, what you call it. See, the air dry clay gets a little messy on your hand. The polymer doesn't do that. I need an X-Acto knife that's not going to fall apart on me, please. Here's one. And I'm going to clean that little edge up. Then after that, we'll do our little ridges, and then I can actually paint this while it's raw. You can put a heat gun. A lot of people don't realize, they don't think about it, but you can actually, oh, I said the GUN word again. Sorry, guys. You can put a heat tool on this thing and get this kind of semi-dry. I should have my little turnstile. I always forget my turnstile, and I work with so many round things. I should have it all the time. But anyway, yeah, you can get that and kind of pre-dry your clay a little bit. Like, it doesn't dry it all the way, but it kind of puts a little skim dry surface on the coat. So if you're doing a project with clay and you're at a point like with air dry and it gets a little bit stuck on you, like you need to have it not so touchy-feely or whatever I'm trying to say, then you can put your air gun on there. Your heat tool, geez, Kim, your heat tool, and make it work. Okay, so there is the basic thing. Now, what I see one little spot here, guys. Hold on. I'm going to do is I need to put my little grooves in there, my little pumpkin grooves. It needs a little, the little groovy things. I think I'm going to turn it over for that. I might hold on. I get this. I got to keep an eye on my time too, because you guys know how it is with me. I'll get caught up in what I'm doing. I'll lose track of time. I think we all do that anyway. But I've got my alarm on 5 minutes before, so good to go. All right. So trying to think the best way to do that. I think honestly is you can take the back of a butter knife and get your grooves. There's several ways to do it. I don't want to drag the clay too much, because if you drag it, it causes little like boogers in your clay. So I've got this. You can use the back of a paintbrush, like a little thin paintbrush. There's different things. I've got a bunch of stylus too. I could try those. I like using my stylus. I'm gonna try this one because the stylus have that little ball tip on there, and sometimes they can kind of drag your clay. Hey, BB Crafts, how's it going, girl? Lisa, no worries. It's worked out. Okay, good, 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 good. All right, actually, I think I'm gonna have to hold this in my hand. I'm gonna try to make it straight as possible. So I really just want to kind of lay it down, guys. I'm kind of laying it down instead of dragging it. If you start dragging the clay, like I said, it kind of, once you get your initial one, you can kind of do that number. So I'm going to try to get the closest I can to the other side to make it match. I can kind of do this number and sort of just press into it. Don't drag it too much. All right, do that kind of number like that. All right, there we go. Now I'm going to do the opposite on this side. Try to make, I'm just eyeballing this. You could easily measure it if you want to, but I'm pretty good eyeballing, getting pretty center. Like I said, just kind of lay it down. Don't drag it too much. Okay. How many of these do I need to put in there? These are like your little, if they call these sections, I don't know if they call these sections or what they call these. There was a name for these things. Not, what is the name for the little individual sections on your pumpkin? Does anybody know the name of those things? All right. So we talked about your favorite pumpkin treat. What's your favorite, like, this is not really, it could be pumpkin related. What's your favorite Halloween candy? Or any candy in general, but I mean, like, is there a favorite thing that only comes out during this time of the year, or when you were a kid and used to go trick or treating? What was your favorite one? Did you like? I remember I used to like bit of honeys. Oh my God, I love them things. I don't eat candy much anymore, except for you give me a Reese's in front of me, that thing will be gone in like 2 snaps. Every time my husband gives me one, I'm like, it's gone. He's like, dang. You ate that sucker fast. I'm like, you don't mess with my Reese's now. Do not mess with my Reese's. Oh, that's looking cool, guys. All right, so one more and we're good to go. Where is it? I lost my center. Here we go. Put a little bit more indentation on that one. Right here we go. Anybody else? What kind of candy they like? Chocolate. Oh God, girl. Anything chocolate with nuts in it? That's me. I'm a chocolate nut girl. I even pour peanuts in my smoothie. I put like roasted peanuts in my smoothie with an avocado. I know it sounds strange, but avocado and bananas and hazelnut creamer. Yeah, I do this crazy one, and then I put greens in it and all this other stuff. So, all right. So we got our pumpkin made, guys. Look there. Cool. Out of clay. All right. Now put this little puppy aside. I don't think I need that no more. What I'm going to do now is paint up. I think I'm going to try to paint up these little pieces here, and then caramel. Okay, Reese's, bit of honeys. I love bit of honeys. You guys remember Chick a Stick? Those long like Chick a Stick things? Oh my God, I love them suckers too. I think they're still around. Anybody saw me do my little video the other day when I was eating my acai bowl? We have a candy shop. It has like an old-fashioned candy shop here in town. They have all that stuff. You can get there and find all them old candies that you might not be able to find anymore. I mean, it's really, really cool. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going for a greenish bluish tone on my pumpkin, and I'm going to do these like in, I think, in bronze. So yeah, they're going to be like a little, like more of an elegant looking pumpkin. And like I said, I'm putting my little feet on here. These little feet are going to be on the bottom of it. It's going to look pretty cool, I think, when I'm done with it. For now, though, let me set that little puppy dog aside and see how much painting I can get done before I got to skedaddle off of here. All right, I got these little guys. These are going to go on my lid. Yeah, so like I said, I love Reese's are my favorite. That dark chocolate. I'm a dark chocolate person too. I like dark chocolate better than milk chocolate. And I love Snickers. Ooh, like I said, it's anything with chocolate and nuts. I'm all over it. All right, let's see. I should probably, usually when I paint metallics, I usually go with a darker coat of whatever I'm doing first. I'm going to go on top of this white. Usually requires you to do more coats of paint, but I didn't bring my black. I mean, I could get up and get off my lazy butt and do it, but I'm just going to try this and see how dark. If it don't seem dark enough, then I'll get up and get my brown and do my brown coat first. Yeah, so what other candies you like? Is there anything besides chocolate anybody like? Salted caramel and dry. The only thing I like about caramel is it always gets stuck in my teeth so darn bad. It just gets stuck in my teeth. Oh, that's not too bad, even though it's white. It's doing pretty good. Yeah, so I'm basically, like I said, I'm just taking this. It's kind of chocolate brown. It's like looks more like bronzy to me, but metallic paints, and I'm just going to paint these little guys. I don't necessarily have to paint the bottom, but because you're not going to see them because they're going to be stuck on my top. But I need to make sure I get the sides real good. So I'm just painting these guys up real quick, guys. All right, and one coat might be doing that because I'll end up putting my aging medium. Starburst, okay, that's one of Robert's. He likes those chewy candies. Yeah, he gets those. Like I said, since it's Halloween time, I go to the. I found that the Dollar General, as opposed to the Dollar Tree, has bigger bags of more of the candy, and he likes those little fruit chewy things. So I buy them, and I'll admit I eat a few sometimes. Usually when we're watching TV, we start munching too late at night, and that's not good. He's got me in a habit of that. I don't do too bad though. I find that if I eat my sunflower seeds, that kind of keeps my mouth occupied. I don't do it too much. So, plus sugar doesn't do well with me. I cannot do a lot of sugar, guys. I probably mentioned this before. I've got a problem with my throat, and sugar just it ain't happy with mine. That's why I talk a little gravelly sometimes because my throat acts up. Anywho, Starburst. All right. What else are the candy that I remember like when I was a kid? Nowalators. Anybody like Nowalators? I think those are still around. You know what? My husband is such a child. You know what he still eats? Pop Rocks. He goes to Dollar Tree and gets them Pop Rocks that explode in your mouth and drinks Coke. I'm like, he's a child. I swear, he's a man child. I don't. I tried them recently, and I'm like, oh, these things are weird. I don't like them. I never really cared for them eating one when I was a kid. Okay. Anybody like Pop Rocks? Hey, Miss Catherine Kelly. Well, thank you for saying I'm beautiful. Sometimes I feel more beautiful. Ooh, I got 3 days with. I'm solo. My husband just took off for a men's retreat. He won't be back till Saturday afternoon, so I've got this time to myself. I'm like, what in the world? Well, I got to work tomorrow. I got to get in my closet and tear it up and take it down and do some crafting. So it's going to be interesting. Doreen, you like Pop Rocks? I don't know about that, girl. Those things are just a little too strange. But yeah, I remember used to do it with Coke. You know, like put Coke in your mouth and pop rock. Oh, I love pixie sticks. I used to love pixie sticks. That was my thing. I pour all that thing in there and love them pixie sticks. Anybody else like pixie sticks? Like I said, another thing. True confession. How many parents raid their kids' Halloween candy bags? Come on, true confession. I used to do that. I used to go in there and, oh, this one's no good. You can't have this one. Or I would sneak in after they go to bed at night. I'd go in there and sneak their candy. I'm sure we're all kind of a little guilty of that, right? Sneaking the kids' candy. Like, we can't, we're too old to go trick or treating, but they can go for us, right? All right. All right. So that one's done. That one's done. I can just pop these on the heat tool here in a second. This one's going to be a little funky because I've already stamped it with my clay, with my ink. So if I lose my lettering a little bit, I'm not too stressed about it. I'll make it come back. My parents did, yeah, they did. Pixie sticks too. Used to do that. And what was another one? These little banana things. I forget what they were. They weren't Nowalators. There was something. They were banana flavored. I like anything banana in the way. So, oh, that's actually doing all right. I can still see it. I was concerned that I was going to cover up my lettering there. What I did is, when the clay was still raw, I actually took my letter stamps and I stamped it with actual ink, ink, like an ink pad stamp. And I stamped the ink in there, and then I baked it. So that's good. I'm glad I can still see it. I thought for sure I might lose it, but it's so light, with the metallics, they're kind of translucent, so it works okay. All right, this is gonna look pretty, guys. I'm telling you, it's gonna look cool. How much time I got left? Oh, I got a little time still. Cool. See, if I do enough prep work, I can usually get pretty far with these things. All right, I do need to paint. We're gonna start working on the pumpkin and the lid. The lid's a totally different color than the pumpkin, but I think they'll match pretty good. And I'm gonna let that dry for a second. If I need to put the heat tool on there, I might do a little second coat. It's kind of streaky, but we'll see how. Yeah, it's definitely gonna need a second coat. But I'm gonna work on the pumpkin right now first, and then we'll worry about this. And then we're going to glue it all on there and get them legs on there, and it'd be really cool. I might add a little touch of something else on the top once I get it done. I have to see it when it's all together, but see how it goes. All right, so there now, let's paint up this little pumpkin and the lid. So I'm going for, like I said, kind of a blue tones, blue and greeny tones on the pumpkin. Hey, Tammy, how's it going? Hey there, Street Dog Crafts. How you doing, Tanya? I admit I kind of caught like little bits and pieces of everybody. Like I said, I had a little bit crazy morning. So, by the way, you guys ever, this is kind of the coolest things. You eat frozen pizzas. I love using these things. I just kind of paint right on it, puts like a palette and everything. All right, so that, and I'm going to throw, I mean, more painting that. That's not going to be enough. Now, this, like I said, the clay is raw. This is still soft, but you can paint on it if you do it lightly. And I'm going to mix this, I'm mixing the aqua. This is like my Bahama blue and a little bit of this green together, sea glass, and kind of see what I get. I was going to throw a little gray in there, but this has got a little bit of gray in it already, so it should be all right. Okay, get me one of my fat brushes over here. You know what? See, I got my name in the way there. I'm just going to mix this up and see what we get. I don't want it to be too blue. I kind of want it to be on the lighter side. So I think I'm going to throw a little white in there too. Right in that mix and just kind of play with the colors. Play with the colors and see what I get. Ooh, I got a lot of paint now. It's either not enough or too much on me. And I'm a bit of a paint Nazi, guys. I don't like to waste paint. And it runs. What are runs, Terry? Let's make them give them some on the ride home from trick or treat. Tax for taking them out. That's clever, tale like that. I don't know what runts are. That must be some, is that something kind of new? Love the color. Yeah, like I said, it actually still is a little bit on the lighter side, but I wanted it to be kind of light. I didn't want it to be like, uh-oh, I don't know if you guys heard that. My tin roof just had some sort of acorn or something fall down on it because I have oak trees above my shop here. It's actually pretty nice here in Florida. I don't have my AC on. You can, I'm in a tank top. You guys see that? And I've got my little roll top up with my screen up, so it's actually not bad. And I'll be putting a little distressing medium on this too. I always take it down with my brown, so it'll be a little bit different. All right, let's just paint it up. Like I said, it's I got to go lightly because I don't want to lose out my my embossed image that I just did. But once I do this, oh, it's starting to rain a little bit. We've been having some crazy rains here, guys. I think I remembered, who was it, Tanya? Somebody saying that it was raining, or maybe it was a Lidia. Yeah, you're up in Massachusetts. East Coast is getting some rain, guys, all week long. We've been having some crazy little rainstorms coming at the nighttime, which is kind of odd. Just don't come at the night. There we go. It's looking pretty. Looking pretty. Of course, this is air dry. It'll take a couple days for it's totally dry, but it'll sit up nice. It'll look really cool, especially when I get them legs on there. They were the many shaped fruits, banana, apples, and oranges. Oh, that's your trick, because I was saying something banana. Well, mine actually might have been now laters or something, because this was old school. This is when I was a kid that I remember something really banana that I liked. I don't think it was runts, though. I think it was something else. Remember, Tara, I got a few years on you, girlfriend. Just a few, right? Just a few. Oh, it is a pretty color. Yeah, like I said, I love one of my favorite color combinations. I like a lot of colors, but I like the blues and browns together. They're, you know, the complementary colors. And when I age this down and put that brown medium on there, it's just going to make it, woo, it'll make all that texture stand out too. I'm not going to paint the bottom just yet because I need to have it sit down. But eventually, once everything else dries, I'll get that bottom paint and I can turn it upside down. But right now, I'm not going there. I'm just going to paint around here. And then set that down and get that lid painted there. Now let me paint my lid too. Like I said, the lid is actually a different color. It's not white, but it should paint up okay. Love anything artificial banana. Larry's taffy. Taffy too, but once again, it gets stuck in my teeth. I don't know. I can't do anything. It's stuck in my teeth. It drives me nuts. The one thing that I am not a fan about that my mom used to love. Oh my God. Anybody else is a butterscotch person here? That's probably the one. I love just about any kind of food. I can't get next to butterscotch. I don't know why. I'm just not a fan. And I like just about everything, like any kind of food, any kind of thing. Butterscotch, just, I don't know what it is. But I know some people like it. Now, she used to like scotch in general. You know what I mean? Like she liked to drink scotch. So maybe that was part of it, had the scotch word in it. But yeah, I'm not a butterscotch fan. I've never even drank scotch. My mom used to drink scotch and milk. Anybody ever heard of that? I thought that was the nastiest thing. Scotch and milk? What is that? Okay, so I'm going to dry this up for a second, guys. Oh, I just got a couple minutes before my little buzzer goes off. Ooh, that's hot, guys. That is hot. Damn, it's hot. Ouch. Fry my hand. I have got a very high powered heat tool. It's one of them industrial types. That thing will fry the pajeebies out of you. So I had held it in my hand. It started frying my hand up. I got to have second coat on this. It's a little streaky. Like I said, it probably won't even notice it. This is the under part of the lid, but nonetheless, I'm going to do it. Oh, shoot. I guess I really like the color on that little top that I got, but it's not going to match with anything. So I'll probably end up painting it bronze too. All right, let me put last coat on this, and then I'm going to try to throw it together real quick, and so you guys can kind of see with the bronze and everything together on it. Yeah, I remember. Who was saying about I was reading that. Doreen, banana candy. Yeah, like I said, I'm in my 60s, Doreen, so I don't really remember what that candy was, but I do remember something. It was like a chewy, like a kind of like a now later kind of thing, but like a chewy candy, but it was banana, and I loved it. All right, there's my 5 minute alarm, guys. All right, so that gives us, I got 5 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a hashtag word. If, look at my hands, if this doesn't work, like I said, if my hashtag doesn't work, I'll pick somebody out of the comments. Like I'll go, I don't know, number 6. And because, like I said, I had to change my times. It did set up for me, but we're going to see if it actually works. Anyway, hashtag word. Put this in there. We're going to run the giveaway tool, hopefully. Hashtag word is pumpkin. Hold up. Let me see if it's plural or singular. Pumpkin, singular. No S on the end of pumpkin. Hashtag. Thank you, Miss Carolyn. I appreciate you. Appreciate you saying that. Hashtag hashtag pumpkin, guys. Go ahead and get that word in there. I'm gonna try to throw a little bit more metallic on here on and see if I can get this one done because I need to put the lid on there so I can handle it. I've got a few minutes. Then we're gonna run that tool, and somebody will get on my list for a $5 Amazon gift. I really hate the color. I thought this was a kind of a cool color. I've had this knob forever and a day. I just sometimes when I go into Hobby Lobby and sometimes they have these knobs that are on sale and I'll buy them. This might not stick because it's sticking there. Probably should have put some what you call it on it first. If I need to paint it over, I'll paint it over. What you call it? Some chalk paint. I usually put chalk paint on this if it's on a surface because I don't have any of that slick stick or anything like that. And that way it'll cover it. And that's just barely covered. I'll have to do another coat on there, but I just want to kind of get it looking like something. So hopefully I can get it on there. Okay, put in your hashtag pumpkin, guys. Hashtag pumpkin. Hashtag pumpkin. I'm just putting this off to the side so it doesn't fry my hand. I'm trying to get it away from there. Definitely going to have another coat on that. All right. Oh. Okay. Now, do I have time to throw the legs on there? I don't know if I do or not. I'm gonna just glue. I might do that at the end because I have to paint the bottom. But these legs it's gonna sit up with the legs on there, guys. It's gonna be really pretty. That's why they're kind of bronzy, and I kind of wanted to go the same color scheme with the bronze on there. So you'll see the finished product with the legs, but I gotta let that dry. Now let's see if I can get my lid on there. Like I said, I'm gonna have to go back and color it and make it a little prettier. But I just want to get you a general idea of what you guys will see. So like I said, it's just going to screw right on there. It is going to be cool, Tara. It is. I think it's going to be kind of neat. My little lid's going to sit like that. I do have the little bolt for it. I don't need to put the bolt on right now. You guys don't need to see that. However, that was dumb. I just handled it. Okay, it's good. It's all good. Oh, shoot. I have to do something. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Something's good thing I didn't put the bolt on there. All right, I've got 2 minutes. I am so sorry because I forgot to mention that Tracy with Bluebird Crafting is coming up after me. I got so caught up in what I was doing. But yeah, Tracy with Bluebird Crafting. As a matter of fact, she's, we did a 2 minute early. She's probably already on right now. You guys can go check her out and follow the rest of the ladies. Like I said, we're going on till Justin's bringing up the rear tonight at, oh, I got paint on there. I'm going to have to fix that up. He's bringing up the rear at 9:45. He's the last one. So this is a full day, guys. Make sure you see everybody. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you. I don't have time, but these little guys are going to go on the top. I'm going to sit these, I'm going to glue them all on here. All right. And then I'm going to have my little guy like that. It says, I want candy. Okay. With my feet. So it's got to all dry, and I ran out of time, but you guys will be able to see it. Hey, Miss Deborah, let me change my camera up and do the tool real quick because we only got a couple minutes. All right. Turn this over. I always run out of time. Can't help it, guys. Sorry. Okay, here we go. Let's run this tool. Get it shared, present, share, screen. Hopefully this thing will work. Giveaway tool. It's actually showing up. Share. All right, make sure you guys can see it. Okay, you can. Here we go. Pumpkin, hashtag pumpkin. Draw. Oh, it's working. Thank God. All right, here we go. Who's going to be winner chicken dinner today? Winner. Doreen McDonald. McDonald. Doreen, you are the winner, girlfriend. So what, Doreen, I need to know if you would get with me. Oh, stop sharing. Doreen, if you would get with me and give me your email address so I can put you on the, I got you on my list. End of the month is right here, right in the corner, and I'll send you a $5 Amazon gift card. Thank you, Doreen, for coming. Thank you, guys. Messy hands. You guys go over and see. It's my time's up. Go see Miss Tracy and watch all the other crafters today. And I'm gonna get this little puppy finished up and take pictures and all the good stuff. I love you guys. I'll see you Saturday. I've got my little monster match thing going on. Bye bye. Love y'all.